the next 12 months, we're looking at possibly 1 in 20 businesses failing at this stage.
We know higher cost of living pressures facing households have prompted the under 40s to reduce their spending. Is that showing up in the types of businesses now going under?
Hospitality is definitely the industry that's facing the most challenges at the moment, not only from the input costs, but definitely from the consumer spend is down a huge amount.
Okay. And so aside from customers reducing their spending in many areas, what are the other pressures facing businesses right now?
Look, the inflation is really tough. Obviously, it's slowing down, but all that means is it's slowing down off a higher base than they're used to. We're certainly not about to see prices come down. Rent still remains a real challenge, and the cost of labour as well. We're almost at full employment, which is a positive, but it means you've got to pay more to get staff.
How does the business failure rate compare to before the pandemic?
Look, we're certainly seeing an increase compared to pre-COVID. We're seeing an increase significantly in the number of insolvencies as well, and the number of business closures in general.
Okay. And so the Reserve Bank has been at pains to emphasise that an interest rate cut isn't on the horizon anytime soon. Does that mean that you do expect to see the failure rate continue to increase throughout next year?
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, we see this peaking probably closer to the end of the financial year rather than to Christmas. But of course, the one caveat is, when are we going to see that first interest rate cut? That will definitely release the pressure valve on the consumer wallet, but also just give business that confidence to actually start to invest.
Okay, but will it change things quickly, or do you think that we're going to need to see a few interest rate cuts for sentiment among businesses to pick up?
Yeah, I think you'll definitely see more positive gains as there's additional cuts. It's like a big old steam train. It takes a little bit longer to get going. It's certainly not a push to start type engine, but it will depend across industries. I think hospitality, while it's hurting the most, that will likely see an increase in spend almost overnight.
And in terms of the business agenda for the government right now, would anything that the government is looking to push through before the next election help turn around conditions for business?
Look, I don't think so, to be honest. We're sort of quickly running out of time before that election is due. They obviously want to push hard for a rate cut, but they don't make that ultimate decision.
Okay, so in terms of green shoots, can you offer anything positive to leave us with?
Yeah, look, it hasn't deteriorated a huge amount month on month. So if we're moving sideways, that's actually a positive at the moment. Inflation continues to come down. We spoke about employment earlier as well, so that's certainly a positive.
Okay, Patrick Coghlan, thank you.
Thanks very much for your time.